What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to some more Littleroot Laddering. As we are finishing out this week in preparation for Players Cup 3 qualifiers, which started Thursday afternoon for us in the U.S. We're just jumping right back in, playing some more of this team that Navir sent in that he's going to be playing this weekend. And I'm excited to not only play this some more, because this team has been super fantastic, but I'm also interested in really getting in and playing for the PC3 qualifiers. So I will be streaming a non-zero amount of my matches today, well, on Friday. This is going up on Saturday, so I'm interested in hearing how everyone did down in the comments down below, and let's just get to it. So we see Charizard, Ninetales, Urshifu, Rillaboom, Garchomp, and Clefairy. I think Terrakion outspeeds Charizard. So we're going to go Whimsicott Terrakion up front with Rotom and Terrakion outspeeds Garchomp as well, I believe. I think we want Blastoise here as well. Just want to quickly confirm. Terrakion, base 108. Garchomp, I believe, is base 110. 102. Okay, so we're definitely faster than their entire team with Terrakion. They don't have access to Tailwind, so they can't outspeed us that way. No access to Trick Room. Yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. We're going to beat up a Terrakion, and then Terrakion's going to take over the game. And even without beat up, like, we're still going to pretty handily take control of this game. The big thing we need to look out for is the Rillaboom, but that's why we have Rotom and Blastoise in the back. So let's see what we got here. Ninetales Charizard. Beautiful, beautiful lead. You know what's great about this lead? They don't have an answer to this. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to just Earthquake. I mean, not Earthquake, Rock Slide here. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna Rock Slide. Beat up our Terrakion. See if we can get a double KO here on the very first turn of the game. As we sit through this animation, that's even longer because we're not Dynamaxed. No Protect from our opponent either is really good. This could be like a Solar Beam from the Ninetales, which would actually kind of punish us for not Dynamaxing. But we connect the Rock Slide on both. And that's a double KO. No Sash on the Ninetales is really good for us there. Not having the Focus Sash to fight through is really, really good. Let me see. Urshifu. And Rillaboom. Okay. Well, we have a game on our hands. Trying to think what we want to do here. I think it's important to take out the Urshifu this turn. I'm actually going to protect the Whimsicott in case Fake Out comes into that slot for this turn from the Rillaboom. Yeah, opponent concludes that the double KO on turn 1 is enough to ensure that we win this game. Not sure exactly why they would lead double Fire type into Tracheon, but you know, I'm gonna take it. I also like looking at that team preview. Rillaboom was the biggest threat to us, which we have a couple different answers to. So being able to just immediately take care of the Rillaboom in that situation, like having a direct answer to it, means that we just sure up that game with Tracheon. Here we have Eliki, Urshifu, Incin, Dusclops, Glastrier, and Amoonguss. Trying to think what I like here. I think just Terracotta. I think I like the idea of Dusclops in the back to counter Trick Room if possible. And I'm debating if I want Amoonguss or Rotom. And I think Rotom's the answer just because if Trick Room does go up, we have a okay answer to the Glastrier here. Is there anything that I'm missing? They could Rage Fighter with the Amoonguss, which if they lead Amoonguss, we can just switch into Rotom. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think this is fine. So let's see what our opponent's doing here. See how they answer this. We're gonna see Urshifu, Incin on their side. So Intimidate is going to lower the attack of the Tracheon, but I think that is fine here. As what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go for a Protect plus a Knuckle into... I want a Knuckle. But if they have Dusclops in the back and read this correctly, then it's really bad for us. So maybe the play is to max guard this turn, but I don't think I like that either. I think getting chip damage here is really important. So I think we're gonna Knuckle into the Urshifu. I think the Incin is most likely to switch out here. This could be... We could see a Parting Shot or a Will-O-Wisp into the Terrakion. I think that'd be worst case scenario from the Incin this turn. But I think we're gonna see a Fake Out into the Whimsicott this turn. Yep, okay. We're gonna get the Knuckle off into Urshifu. Decent damage, all things considered. Gonna get us back up to neutral. That's the important thing here. And the question is are we getting a close combat into Tracheon this turn? We are. Very good. So now we're at +2. So then now we can just Moonblast into the Urshifu, and we can go for a Rockfall into the Incin. I specifically want to Rockfall this turn because if they do have, like Glastrier in the back into a switch in, that's a good hit there. It also plays around Shukaberry Incin as well, which is something that's been popping up quite a bit. I know we've seen it a couple different times with this team in particular. So being able to just play around Shuka and guarantee we pick up the KO, which at +2 we probably would anyway. But I just want, if they like protect this turn as well, like this is just more damage into that slot. So I think this turn is going to be a double KO. Going to withdraw the Ensign. They're going to bring out the Dusclops. That's actually pretty okay for us, all things considered. We're going to protect on the Urshifu, completely fine. As we get a big rock fall into the Dusclops here. Not quite enough to pick up a KO, but pretty good damage, all things considered. So then this turn we can just go literally the exact same play we just did. Moonblast into the Urshifu plus Rockfall into the Dusclops, and that should be a double KO. They could switch out Urshifu into Incineroar this turn into that slot, and I think that's fine. They could also go into Glastrier in that slot, but then like we're eliminating Dusclops this turn, and they're not getting Trick Room up. So we do see the Urshifu get withdrawal. Gonna see Incineroar come back out. Completely fine. Read this like a book. It might have been correct to actually Rockfall into the Incineroar slot then, and go for the Moonblast into the Dusclops to pick up the KO on it. We are going to get the KO on the Dusclops though, and that's priority number 1 for us. So they can bring back out Urshifu here. So I think the play this turn, I most likely are going to see I'm gonna bring out Glastrier. Okay. I was gonna say we could see a fake out into Terrakion plus close combat because that plays around protect. But if this is their play, what do we have in the back? We have Dusclops Rotom. I think the play this turn with them bringing out the Glastrier is to just double protect. I don't think a Hailstorm into Terrakion is going to be enough to pick it up through the protect. And then if that is correct, if my thinking here is correct, and this doesn't pick up the KO, then we can go for a beat up plus Rock Slide or beat up plus close combat into the Glastrier this next turn to pick up a KO on it. There's a +6 close combat stab boosted should be enough to pick up a KO, I'm sure. Like, granted, it is Dynamax and it is a Glastrier, so like there are things that need to go right for us, but I hope that's correct. We're going to see the fake out into the Terrakion. We're going to see that Hailstorm also into the Terrakion. No, into Wims! Which is going to go down to Sand. Or go down to Hail now. So, not a bad turn for us. Not ideal, but not bad. No safety goggles on the Ensign. I'm actually going to bring out Dusclops here, and I want to fire a Will-O-Wisp into the Glastrier now. And then we can go for a Rock Slide because they are Life Orbs, so we can safely get this Rock Slide into that slot. Terrakion is the fastest thing on the field right now. Followed by Ensign, followed by Glastrier Dusclops. .25, whereas Glastrier is 30. So yeah, Glastrier will outspeed us. So it could pick up a KO on the Terrakion this turn. But then the following turn we can bring out the Rotom, Protect, stall out their last turn of Dynamax. Gonna pick up the KO on the Ensign, so we should be able to get this Will-O-Wisp off. We're gonna see a Quake into Terrakion. That is gonna be enough to pick up the KO. And they're gonna get the special defense boost, which is kinda annoying. And they're gonna get the attack boost, which is also bad. Connect. Okay, we got the Willow off. That's the important part there. So now, Rotom should be able to come in and clean up this end game pretty well for us. Can't protect in front of Urshifu. Gotta tell myself that. I am going to double into the Urshifu slot this turn. What is... I had to get rid of this Urshifu. I wanted to nasty plot this turn, but I can't reasonably let the Urshifu attack into the Rotom this turn. Yep, could have gone for the nasty plot there. Okay, this is fine. We're doing fine. I think Urshifu attacked into Rotom this turn. And I think as a result we're gonna lose Rotom. Maybe if that's the play, is our play to Trick Room. That'll let Dusclops underspeed both of them? Yeah, I think so. Oh, I went into the Glastrier. That's not what I wanted to do. It doesn't matter. Rotom goes down there. They are at +2, but they're also burnt. Dusclops eats that up. Oh, no. They got the flinch. Had they not got the flinch there, I think we could have won this game. Because then we can Nightshade into the Urshifu slot this turn, and then chip away at the Glastrier. The Glastrier there. So close. That flinch definitely mattered there at the end, I think. I think we also could have positioned ourselves better. Maybe the play was to not Dynamax Terrakion on turn 1. And instead just go for... Had we just gone for a close combat there, instead of Dynamaxing on 1, like, obviously the Ensign is going to... It's super obvious that the Ensign is going for a fake out into Wims. So then if we get a close combat out into Urshifu, I'm actually curious how much that would do instead of the Knuckle. Because we saw Knuckle do a very solid like chunk of damage. So I bet close combat would have been enough to pick up the KO instead. And if that's the case, then we'd be at -1 defense, -1 special defense. They'd bring out the big thing there is then they don't trigger our policy, but then we can go for beat up into whatever to take out, because assuming they're bringing out the Dustclops, then I think it puts us in a better position if we don't Dynamax on one and instead just close combat in. Alright, last team of the day. We're going to see Eliki, Whimsicott, the Galarian Moltres, Cinderace, Incineroar, and Dragapult. Super hyper offensive team here from our opponent. So I think Whimsicott's very important here to be able to get the Tailwind off on turn 1 if possible. I think as a follow-up to that, I actually really like a Mungus here. Amoonguss gets beat up if they have exactly taunt on Whimsicott, Moltres, or Incineroar. Actually, what if we do this with Blastoise, Terrakion in the back? I actually don't like that. I think when Terracotta up front, Blastoise, and Amoonguss in the back. I think this is fine. Amoonguss is going to be able to let Blastoise potentially get a Shell Smash off in the late game. Also lets us just spore things to death. Presumably not going to see Eliki Dynamax here. And if we see Eliki up front, we can actually take it out with Terrakion on 1. Whimsicott, Moltres. What's the chances that Moltres protects here? Non-zero? They could Tailwind us. They could Tailwind here. Terrakion is faster than Moltres as well, which is good to note. But if they Tailwind, I think we're in an okay position. Yeah, they're just gonna Tailwind, plus I'm assuming Hurricane here. Air Slash into Whims, that's fine. Well, that's a very KO'd Moltres here. Can we not crit, please? Can we try to speed this animation up some? So, we could see Focus Sash here on Whims. If that's the case, Whimsicott goes down. Because, well, next turn. The Sashes are going to get broken here on both ours and our opponent's Whimsicott. Moltres is going to go down to this +4 Rock Fall into it. Even had they hit that Air Slash, they need to flinch that turn. If they get the flinch, then we're in a really bad position. But outside of that, I don't really see how our opponent wins this game now. Gonna break their Sashes. Because now this turn we can Tailwind. Could see an Airstream. I don't see any reason not to just attack in here. They could taunt with Whimsicott. Do we care that Tailwind is up? I think the answer is no. With them having Cinderace here, like, they're going to outspeed us even if we do get... the... If we get Tailwind up. Yeah, nice hit. I actually wasn't sure how much that would do. Nice special attack drop. So now we can go into Blastoise. How could we have played this differently? Had we protected there, plus Moonblasted the Cinderace. But honestly, I anticipated the Cinderace Dynamaxing. I didn't anticipate them just going for a blind... a blind high jump kick. Alright, Blastoise, we need you to live a hit, buddy. Because we're going to see a big bunny on the other side of the field. Probably going to see an Airstream this turn. Could also see a Helping Hand into Airstream. And I think that's probably worst case scenario for us. Airstream, assuming this is into Whimsicott. It is. So this Hydro Cannon could actually take out the Cinderace. Because the Whimsicott is attacking this turn. D-Gleam. Not going to do a ton. Blastoise is a very bulky boy. We do connect the Hydro Cannon. Not enough to take it out, though. It does put it in Aqua Jet range. So we can bring in the Amoonguss here. I can see them anticipating us going for the Rage Powder. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect this turn. I don't think there's any world where they attack into Blastoise this turn. That's also going to proc our Akka, but so there's a 1000% chance we live this. And then probably just another D-Gleam. Yep. Protect. And chip away at the Blastoise. Okay. That turn went really good for us. So now we can Aqua Jet into the Cinderace, pick up the KO on it. And we can Sludge Bomb into the Whimsicott. Sure, nice Tailwind. Okay. We're clawing our way back into this game. So we have a very damaged Blastoise, a mostly healthy Amoonguss, versus the world. Eliki. That might have been worst case scenario. That might have actually been worst case scenario. because this could Electro Web, which gets around the Rage Powder. So I think the play is to actually Spore it. Yep, they do go. They do go for the Electro Web, pick up the KO on the Blastoise. We're going to connect the Spore, and then we just get to Sludge Bomb this thing down. I just realized the little bolts on its legs, as its legs, bend and have lightning bolts as they're sleeping. That's adorable. I just now noticed that for the first time. Alright, they could wake up this turn. I think we win this game regardless, but if they stay asleep this turn, we definitely win. Thunderbolt shouldn't be enough to take us out. Nope, not even close. Amoonguss, you are amazing. So, you know, 3 days, 3 2-1s. But I definitely think every game we played, we could have won at some point. There are mistakes that we made. By we, I mean me. There's mistakes that I made in every day that we played this that definitely cost us games. I think today's... I don't think we needed to Dynamax early in that last game against the Instant Urshifu lead. I think had we not, then we could have been fine and been able to picked up the KO on the Urshifu and then not have it come in late game to be a threat to the Rotom. Max special attack, 0 speed investment Elegy. Oh, maybe not 0, but probably just enough to outspeed Dracobolts. They did have Taunt. They never went for Taunt. Really good for us. Moltres saw this coming a mile away. 4 attack, Life Orb, Cinderace. Nothing special there. Citrus Ensign. Lash Out Ensign. Not something we see a ton of, but I'm definitely a fan of it. And Goggles. Dracobolt. I actually don't like max HP here. I think Dracobolt is frail enough that you don't need the HP investment. And with us having double attacks, I would rather just be max attack. I could be wrong about that, and if someone knows why they're max HP here, like what at max HP we're actually living, I would love to hear it. But ultimately, I think max attack, max speed, Dracobolt is probably what you want to be doing when you have double attack protect below. So that is going to do it, everyone. I am going to be live here on Twitch here in a couple hours after I record this, so obviously no one's going to know that until afterwards because this isn't going up till Saturday, but I am excited to hear how everyone did in the PC3 qualifiers down below in the comments. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications when new stuff goes live, which should be every day for the foreseeable future. And to everyone, pound that like button. Leave some big love on this video for Navir's team. This team has been insanely good for us all week, and I cannot stress enough how anti-meta this team has been to just be able to position yourself in a way where you can pick up wins game in and game out with it. So thank you all very much. Have a fantastic day. Peace.